back to another edition of Ask the Expert presented by MoreVisibility. I'm Chuck Forbes, Manager of Client Strategy. This month's question is, what is the difference between optimizing for awareness versus optimizing for conversions in your paid advertising campaigns? And how can I accurately measure that? First, it's important to ask yourself a very important question if you think you're optimizing for awareness. If I launch a campaign and I receive no conversions, no phone calls, no form fills, etc., etc., am I okay with that? If the answer is no, you need to be optimizing for conversions. If the answer is yes, then optimize for awareness. Now here are some tips using the main channels of how you can optimize for awareness. First, let's talk about social. You want the most eyeballs or the most reach on your advertisement. Make sure you do some research depending on the ad type and the channel that you're going to launch in that's best for you. Second, when we talk about search, we have different match types that you can use. Maybe exact match isn't the best to start out with. Research and test out using a broad match modifier to get more people in the door, more people to click or see your campaign. Then for display, make sure you take a look at your display placement URLs. To begin with, open the door to as many display placement URLs that are the same as your target industry or target demographic, and then you can narrow it down from there. All of these tactics will allow the door to be open and more people to see your advertisement and come in initially if you're optimizing for awareness. Now, for those of you who answered no to the first very important question, you are optimizing for conversions. A little bit different. Let's talk about that. First, if you want to go down the same list of social channels that we just talked about, if you're optimizing for conversions, make sure that you set up a lead generation ad type in that channel. For example, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, even Twitter all have these ad types readily available for you to use. This will give the user a simple call to action and an easy place to navigate to take that action that you want them to take. Second of all, when we talk about search campaigns, this is where the history and the data of your campaign is going to be very important. When you first start out, month over month, you're going to want to track what keywords are bringing in those conversions. Once you know which keywords are working better for you than others, take those keywords out and put them into their own campaign. You can even call this campaign, for example, Converting Keywords Campaign. Why would you want to do that? You want to put more money towards those campaigns so you can bid more aggressively on those keywords because those are the keywords bringing you conversions. If you didn't do that, you may be wasting ad spend by bidding and constantly showing up for keywords that may be driving awareness but not conversions. Two very different things. Now, let's talk about how you would accurately measure both of these. If you're still optimizing for awareness, that's fine. When you look at data, whether it be analytics or whether it be straight from the engine, there's a couple things you want to keep an eye on. First is impressions. Obviously, you want to see how many people month over month are seeing my advertisements. Second is clicks, which gets a little bit into engagement, but they kind of overlap. In tandem with that is also click-through rate. So click-through rate is going to be the percentage of clicks that you get from your impressions. If you have a healthy click-through rate, your awareness and your engagement is doing well. If you're optimizing for conversions, you're going to look at, you guessed it, conversions. It's very simple. However, the main thing that people need to understand is when you optimize for conversions, it's okay if your other metrics maybe decrease a little bit. Let me give you an example to wrap up. If I have room number 1 with 100 people in it and I talk to every single person in that room, and out of those 100 people I get 5 sales, that's good. Room number 2 I walk into has 65 people, I talk to every person in that room, I get 7 sales. Even better. If I'm optimizing for conversions, I want to be in room number 2. However, if I were to look at the data, I'm going to get less impressions and less clicks from room number 2 than room number 1. But it doesn't matter because I want those conversions. So remember, stick to your goal, look at the metrics that matter, and optimize from there. If you would like more help on how to optimize for awareness, engagement, and/or conversions, make sure you contact us here at MoreVisibility today.